if we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure.
Oh my God.
Our thoughts. So let's play the video.
Crockett is now coming under fire for a newly uncovered clip where she takes her offensive rhetoric to another level. Here's what she had to say about Congressman Byron Donalds.
If we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure.
And we know comments like this are nothing.
Let's address first things first. Let's go back to what she said. And now I'm going to interrupt.
About Congressman Byron Donalds.
If we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk.
Our skinfolk who are definitely not our kinfolk. The Democratic Party, the one that preaches diversity, equity, and inclusion. They do not want diversity, they do not want equity, and they do not want people included that do not agree with them, that do not agree with them across the board on everything. They do not want somebody who has if you're black and you have a different view, you're Uncle Tom. And even the comments that she's getting ready to address, the comments that he made on Jim Crow, this man did not celebrate Jim Crow. We went over this, I think it was about a year ago. The man did what I do a lot, which is reference that during these eras, before Lyndon Baines Johnson put a lot of these social programs in place to where, sorry to interrupt the video. We got a new challenge. 20,000 by the end of April. We fell short in March, but we're going to get our goal this month. Thank you all in advance for those that are going to continue to like, subscribe, maybe even leave some comments and let us know how we're doing. And on that note, let me let y'all get back to the video and I'll see y'all soon. Ew. He used that to target the black man in the household, in which he allegedly said that, you know, under these programs that he puts out, I'll have black people voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Fast forward, I'd say we're on pace. Even though I can't say that because Trump won when it comes to a lot of or he increased his numbers tremendously when it comes to a lot of the black men. Black women, they stand it on what they stand it on. It is what it is overall. I'm not saying do I even have to say that? Okay. But what he did was he highlighted the fact that black women were married. We had families together, husband and wife, more during those times than we do now, where we look at marriage as if it's an inconvenience compared to before, when we looked at it as a necessity, as a tool for growth, as something that was beneficial, not just something that's annoying that we don't really need. Let's keep going.
Such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow.
What's so sad about this is there's a lot of people that like Jasmine Crockett that are going to hear that, exactly what she just said, and formulate a view on Byron Donalds. And just hearing that, they're going to do exactly what we did when we heard Trump allegedly, well, when he said the very fine people on both sides, and him supposedly talking about the neo-Nazis and white supremacists, when we already know the story behind that 3 sentences later, he said, I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis, not talking about the white supremacists. They should be condemned at all costs. But like a lot of y'all, I know I was, for 10 years, I thought that that's what he said. And I hated him for it. This is exactly what's going to happen when you have somebody like a Jasmine Crockett, go up there. It's a home game for her on the Breakfast Club. Nobody's going to push back on any of these things. And what's so terrible about it, the worst part about this is Charlemagne and Envy and whoever else is sitting there. I don't know if they were on the show when Byron Donalds was actually getting interviewed. I think that was Angela Rye. I'm not sure, but definitely Charlemagne and Envy were there. You know exactly what Byron Donalds said, but you did not check her. You did not correct her and say, whoa, that's not what like how you're presenting that is not at all what Byron said. But this is what happens. This is how stories grow. This is how storylines grow. And this is how a lot of us get tricked into bringing emotion into a lot of these conversations and areas in which we should be thinking more logically. Just my opinion.
Like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure.
Fellas. So if you married a white woman, I guess you ain't black no more. You OJ. I don't know.
And we know
that's what I guess she's alluding to. I don't know. Should somebody be able to, you know what's so sad about it is it becomes so petty. Like, should somebody be able to respond to her and say, you're not married, never been engaged. So therefore you shouldn't even comment on family because you don't really, you get where we're going. Like I think it's a slippery slope when you start looking at stuff like that. I think it's a slippery slope. So let's hear what the Fox team had to say a little bit about it.
No, comments like this are nothing new for the unhinged Congresswoman, who has now surged to the top of the Democrat Party.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess, honey. It's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head. Like,
honestly, we've already seen all this stuff. We're gonna move on. Y'all got to give me credit. I'm moving the show along today. I'm gonna make sure that we get through everything. I think we have a couple videos on Marvin Sapp, and then we should be able to get into the main convo with Andrew Schultz standing on business and going on the podcast with Ryan Clark, the guy that was calling him out, being racist, all this other stuff, insinuating a lot of this stuff. Andrew Schultz goes on that podcast, and in my opinion, he reveals why it's so dangerous to move with emotion and to play captain, what we used to call Captain Saver. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.